Hello, everyone. Welcome to our new series of a hot topic on astrology. Well, once a week, we will share some information and some news from the transit or the news spread in our community. And today is my pleasure to invite Victor to join us. Hello, Victor. How are you?
Hello, Rod. It's a great pleasure to join you.
Yeah. Oh, I forget to mention about it. I think most people know Victor is the editor of our astrological journal. It's the most important and the most influential, magazine in our community.
Well, yes, I mean, it's been going since 1958, 59, something like that.
Wow.
So it's almost as old as me.
Yeah. You didn't look like that. I remember, I think, you look so young. Is there a Gemini thing there?
I don't want to seem immodest, but there you go. So yeah, it's been there a long time, and big changes coming up. And the new issue is about to come out, the July, August, and people can buy it. You don't have to be a member to actually buy the magazine.
Hmm.
You'll see all the links all over the place, or go to the astrologicalassociation.com website.
Mhm. And I think that and it's not so expensive. I think it's just like for what, how much? £6
It's about
50?
6.95,
Yeah, six
and
ninety five. Yeah,
it's
it's
reasonably cheap. I mean, or should I say economical?
yeah,
And of course, you can join the association and get the magazine regularly and not be
definitely.
charged. I mean, it's part of a membership package, but you don't
Yeah.
have to join the association to actually buy single issues. You can get the PDF, or you can, or the online version, that is to say, or the print edition. I still like to feel the paper. I like the smell of.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but
I love same. I love the paper. So for example, I'm keep one copy in the archive for the Astrological Association. And this last issue, they didn't send me the that copy, so I have to sacrifice my one. I'm like, no, I don't want that. I want to collect my one too.
do you want to? Should we have a quick look at the cover of the new thing?
Oh yes,
If the share happens quickly, then we can
yeah,
do it. And I'll just carry on talking. This
yeah.
is quite an amazing cover.
Wow,
We've got
so cute.
it's sort of phantasmagoric. There's a word for you. So we've got Rick Levine, the great American astrologer, and then Frank Clifford's examined the baby reindeer phenomenon.
Ooh,
And
interesting.
I'll stop the share now because I know time is tight. So there's each issue brings a whole package of ideas. So one minute we're looking at astrocartography, then we're looking at secondary, even tertiary progressions. Then we sort of dip into the niche areas of draconic. But what we try to do is to keep it very practical for a broad range of what I call astrologies. I mean,
Mm,
it's so many topics, you know yourself, within
yes. Yes, I think there in there we can see like usually we have our usual writer like our Roy usually writes something about the current transit
World
and things.
astrology. He's looking at the
Yeah,
elections in Britain, and he
yeah,
usually has a perspective on things, looking at the lunations and various different things. And then we have Frank
definitely.
Clifford, as I say, the Ray Baby Rainy. But there's a lovely piece by Anne Whitaker, this issue,
Yes.
where she's actually working on a book at the moment about all her paranormal experiences. Although she's
Wow.
quite rational and she doesn't like to call them paranormal, but she can't deny the fact that she had these supposedly supernatural experiences, which she can relate directly to the influence of Neptune, which in modern astrology would be appropriate to say that. I know certain traditions won't agree with me on that, but the broad range of modern astrologers would agree that Neptune is related to paranormal life.
Yeah, and also I think that's my favorite part is also have introduced the fixed stars, and I was like this part has been ignored by astrology for a long time, and you bring it back and as continuing to explore the world of a fixed star, and that's fascinating. But I heard about a rumor as a Neptune
Never
in
listen
the
to rumors.
yeah, never listened to rumor, but I heard a rumor we have something pretty excited.
Well, what it is that we're going to introduce a new section in Journal. It'll be soft launched in September, October, and then properly launched as Pluto enters Aquarius for the November, December issue. So that any astrologers out there will know the significance of this. And we're launching a new section called Stellar,
Mhm.
and that's spelled Stellar. so relating to the stars. And stellar is what we're calling a freely exportable section. In other words, to keep it straightforward, journal will continue as it is, but part of it, the stellar part of it, will be freely available to anybody who wants to read the magazine. There will be the opportunity, if you wish, if you like what you read, to then subscribe to Journal or to join the association. I think Wendy Stacey's working on the realities and the practicalities of that at the moment. But the whole opportunity, quite bluntly, Rod, I'm a speaking Gemini with Aquarius rising, is that we want in one fell swoop to raise the readership by several thousands. And the best way to do it is to apply what I call the Andy Warhol solution, which is that he can get anybody to read his magazine interview. He gave it away for nothing. and many decades later, it is, although he's gone, he went a long time ago, but the magazine still continues and grows, and it looks great. Now, I'm not suggesting we're going to be like Andy Warhol, but the reality is that we now have a better understanding of technologies, of social media, how it actually works in reality. There are so many different things going on in astrology that it seems a pity that people don't have the opportunity to read what we are reading at the association.
Yes, definitely.
And it will be for serious astrologers, but also for what I call the serious hobbyists of astrology and students, so that its approach will be more accessible than perhaps the journal proper. The themes will be more packaged, they'll be more celebrity based. We might do a Taylor Swift special, we might do a US election special, you know. And there are so many ideas that we're actually packaging, but it will be more digestible, shall we say, and not just designed for people who are specialists in their field.
Wow, so excited. This is, so first, what I heard is this would be free to access, and it's more accessible, and also I think, could I call it beginner friendly, but still we take astrology seriously?
Yes, I think there has to be, you have to presuppose an interest in astrology and some knowledge too, not necessarily advanced knowledge, but where, for example, you can say, well, here's Taylor Swift's chart. We know about her life quite a lot already. How do we relate what we know to what's in the horoscope? And we may even speculate as to what lies ahead, but we're not really into strict forecasting because, we've got to accept there's a free will element. So it's wrong to describe the future as a fixed place, although you can describe it as a place where there are potentials. So we'll be very much looking at how astrology is personal. How can it relate to your life? Whereas sometimes the more serious end of astrology, we almost forget about the client at times. And we're so absorbed, quite rightly. It's the same in all disciplines. We're interested in the techniques, you want to know all this, that, and then what about the midpoints, all that stuff. Yeah, why not? But there has to be a space where astrology interfaces with real life and keeping that connection fresh, sellable. So people shouldn't fear that we're going to become like Mystic Meg or anything like that.
Daily horoscope.
I mean, I've got every respect for the late Mystic Meg. She loved horses, by the way. That was her real art. But the thing about this is that we are aiming for a serious approach to astrology, but it doesn't have to look entirely deadpan. There's going to be a fun element. It's pre-digested a little bit for you. We're also dipping in different approaches to astrology. For example, why do certain people like Mick Jagger go on into their 80s and still speak in a very youthful way? Is there a signature in the chart to explain that? So we might look for other examples of what I call the astro-preservatives.
Wow, sounds so interesting, and I'm really looking forward to listen, new section of a journal because it brings a very different dynamic. I have to say thank you. You really bring this community a lot about by also being the editor of the journal, and also you contribute, you share a lot of ideas, inspire us like this theory. I think I will not put this theory forward without your discussion in the journal last meeting, in our meeting last time, and that was like, yes, we should start to do something regular, interview or discuss like, for example, you keep talking about, you mentioned about Taylor Swift, and I was like, should I talk about Taylor Swift this week or should I? Then suddenly I saw Juno comes out. No, I talk Juno first.
Well, there are so many, astrology is very, very alive with different minds and perspectives. And, even mainstream media have woken up to the fact that many millennials have turned to astrology, not because they fully sold on the idea, but because they've tired of science always coming up with absolute answers, but not necessarily answering the central questions and verities of life. So there's something, it's even when people talk about AI, I always think human beings will come up with something new to defy the boxes, to defy the categorizations. And astrology, as you know yourself, Rod, cuts across so many different disciplines, from psychology to mysticism to, oh God, on and on. We could spend the rest of this time talking about what astrology is. And within that community, and we saw it in the board meeting the other day with the association, the board with yourself, for example, has a lot of new, fresh energy, fresh ideas, which must find expression. And then you've got this old sphinx called me, who has been around a very long time. My background is very much in journalism, so I'm used to playing with ideas and trying to deliver them.
Wow, that is a fantastic. So, well, to everyone who watching this today, get ready for the new June, or it's the July and August issue, and it has so many things to read. We have the UK election, and even the baby reindeer and the big stars. So many things, but really prepare to embrace the new stellar is coming. I'm so looking forward. So before we finish, I would like to mention that our conference, and it would be from 28th August to the 1st of September. And if you watch this video, you probably still have another 3 days to enjoy the big discount. The biggest discount is like something like a £125 off. So, hurry up if you haven't booked anything. But if you couldn't join us in Leicestershire, please join us online, and there's your discount there. So thanks, everyone. And thank you, Victor, taking your time out for this interesting conversation. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.